In this video, we will be looking at syllabus dot point 1.3. How does religion contribute to society, to culture, and to the individual? Think about the community that you belong to. Think about the society that you live in. And think about any personal experiences you may have had with religion. Pause this video and write down a few points about how you think religion contributes to society, to culture, and to individuals.
Year 11, I want you to now think about this question. What would be lost if all religions and spiritualities were to disappear from the world? What will our present world look like if religion did not exist? Write down 5 dot points explaining your answer.
When we ask our class this question, we typically get a mixed bag of responses. So some students say that there would be less arguments if there weren't any religions in the world, and there would be less wars, because wars like the Crusades in the Middle Ages and the recent wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, Palestine and Syria are all caused by religion. However, some students argue that people would be less accepting because religion calls people to accept others, which would lead to more divisions in the world, more divisions amongst communities, and therefore possibly even more wars than we're used to. So we cannot really truly understand what life will be like without religion, because it seems to permeate so many different cultures and communities around the world. It's a bit of a paradox for us. However, we do understand and we do acknowledge that religion does something for the world. And this video should help explain that in further detail.
1.3a. To appreciate the contribution of religion to individuals, society and culture. The contribution of religion to individuals. Religion offers an individual answers to life's most profound questions, such as, who am I? What is my purpose? Why is my mother suffering? Religion also offers an individual a system of ethics, that is, a moral framework and guidance on our actions. Also, religion gives individuals a way to celebrate significant events in their life and helps them to belong to a community. For example, in the Catholic Christian tradition, adherents go through a process of baptism, confirmation, and their first Holy Communion, which at different times in their lives helps to initiate them into and belong to the community of the Church. Year 11 now. Pause the video and read through this textbook extract and add to your notes.
So just to sum up the contribution of religion to individuals, firstly, religion helps to offer people a search for meaning and truth in their life and answers those great questions. Where do I come from? Why am I here? What is my destiny? And I suppose the meaning of life is that you have. Secondly, religion offers some sort of ethical guidance. So we all have choices to make in life, and religion helps to form our understanding of whether these choices are good or bad and what action that we should take in response to those questions that we have.
There are many different branches of ethics. There are bioethics, which are ethics that relate to biology and the human person. There are environmental ethics. There are sexual ethics. Now I'll go through some examples. Bioethics. Some of the dilemmas that we can face relating to bioethics include IVF, abortion, euthanasia, stem cell research, drug research, and even cloning. Environmental ethics. Such dilemmas like climate change, pollution, global warming, etc. And for sexual ethics, dilemmas like homosexuality and transgenders and so on. These are issues that our society faces, and as a government and as a religion, there needs to be a way or a system that works together in order to achieve the best ethical response.
Thirdly, religion also offers people a sense of belonging. Now, this is different from a search for meaning and purpose. This is all about community and connection or connectedness to other people. So think of the story of the ugly duckling and how that duckling didn't feel connected to the others. Religion offers people a sense of community and togetherness.
The fourth point is ritual meaning. Some sort of ritual action or event usually marks important stages in human experience. These stages include the birth of a child, the coming of age, a graduation, a marriage, etc. Such events are often ritualized in religious traditions where ceremonies take place to mark these important events. People place great importance on these events and the rituals which accompany them. Accordingly, such rituals are important elements in the contribution of religion to individuals.
In this picture of the Lion King, we can see that the birth of Simba marks a ritual ceremony of initiation, similar to that of baptism in Christian tradition. If you look closer at Simba's forehead, you can see that he's been marked with some kind of fruit sap. And this calls to mind the ritual action of having holy water or holy oil anointed on the newborn babies, as they celebrate their entrance into a new and purified life as a Christian. Simba is also presented to the whole community, which is another very important element of the ritual of baptism.
Contribution to society and culture. Without a doubt, religions have at times created hostilities and wars, but the underlying motivation of religions is to recognize the goodness of all humans. In many cases, a society's laws are based on the ethical systems of a religious tradition. Similarly, social welfare systems which aim to help those less fortunate than others also derive from religious practices. Religious traditions have also been responsible for the progression of arts, architecture, and education in many cultures. Now we're going to get you to pause this video and do two things. One, pause the video and read through this section of the textbook. And two, list down 5 examples of where you can see religion contributing to society and the culture that is around you. Religion also contributes to society and culture in terms of these 2 apparent examples, diet and dress. A great example of where we can see this is in the Islamic faith. For Muslims, eating halal foods, and for the women dressing in hijabs and burqas. Stop this video now to look up these 2 terms, halal and burqa. Since religious traditions wish to preserve what they believe to be truth, religions have also been on occasion prevented the advancement of knowledge and understanding in society. For example, Christian churches detested the idea that the earth revolved around the sun for centuries. This is one example of how religion has had a conservative impact on society by trying to conserve what is already established. Pause the video and read through this section of the textbook. So in summary, religion contributes to society in 3 ways. 1. Interaction between culture and religion. 2. Religion as a conservative influence on society. And 3. Religion as a progressive influence on society.
So as we said earlier, religion can influence and form culture, but at the same time, culture can influence and form religion. And we see this in many ways. Western laws, like the laws that we have in Australia, have been influenced by Christian ethics, whereas laws in predominantly Muslim countries have been influenced by Sharia law, which comes from the Muslim faith. Religion can also have a conservative influence on society. As social norms change, especially due to the rapid development of technology, religious groups often attempt to conserve or preserve any new changes to society that contradict their beliefs. For example, the Catholic Church in Australia has spoken out about euthanasia, abortion, and homosexuality in recent years. In this way, religion seems to prevent society from moving away from traditional religious beliefs. So conservative influence, we're really talking about preserving traditional values. However, at the same time, religions can have a progressive influence on society and in the way that religion promotes change in the world. In recent years, the Australian government has had a hardline approach to refugees, especially with the Stop the Boats policy. However, Christian leaders, as well as Christian adherents in Australia, have acted for changes to these laws because Christians fundamentally believe that these refugees are treated inhumanely. Now, as we come to the end of syllabus dot point 1, there are a few revision questions that you can answer via Google Classroom. So if you were to type up any of those answers and send them on to your teacher, they can provide you with some feedback on that. And just like that, you have now successfully finished part 1 of the SOR syllabus. Well done. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of our videos.